Hey, good evening. Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, IG. Hey, guys. Hey, sis. Right on time. Right on time. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. 7 o'clock on the dot. And we are here. Hello. Hello, Fitnox. Okay. Hello. On YouTube. Thank you. This is new. Um, someone new joined on YouTube. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. So, Fitnox, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Um, I have. Well, let me start out by saying this. Let me get going. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. So, oh, it's Bridget. Hey, girl. All right, Bridget. Hey, sis. Bridget is on YouTube tonight. Thank you for coming to YouTube, Bridget. I appreciate you. All right. Good evening, everybody. So I'm gonna get started. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. So let's get started. Um, we once again have YouTube. We have Facebook, we have IG. All right. So, welcome to Camper Conversations. Welcome to my page, Real Life Relationship Growth. This is our segment called Camper Conversations. We come together every Friday, whether I am here or whether I'm out somewhere traveling, visiting. I try to make sure I get on because I love this time with y'all. I love this time meeting and greeting and getting with my peoples. I love this time. So, as you all know, we now have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is called Real Life Relationship Growth. So when you see me moving up and down a little bit on my laptop, I'm on YouTube. On my iPhone, I'm on Facebook. On my Android, I am on IG. So guess what, y'all? Guess what? I am going to stop coming on IG. I'm going to weed IG out. This is the last time I'll be on IG. I am moving the second camera, the third, to TikTok. I'm going to start going live on TikTok. There's a huge audience on TikTok as well. I'm going to start going live on TikTok. Enough to build up and get everybody home to YouTube. To YouTube. So I really, really, really would love for you guys to come over to YouTube. If you have not subscribed, if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, it is Real Life Relationship Growth. Real Life Relationship Growth on YouTube. Please go there. Let's build this forum there because I want to expand it out and let as many people, as many as possible that would love to be a part of this, would like to be a part of this, that will stumble across it, to be a part of it every week. Every week. So it is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. We have a 3-day weekend this weekend. It is Memorial Day on Monday, Tuesday. One of the days is Memorial Day, and that gives us a 3-day weekend. So, whoo, hopefully everybody get a chance to relax. I know people may be traveling. Hey, sis is on YouTube. Thanks. I know people may be traveling and doing different things, but find time to just woosah for yourself. Just rest, relax, and get it in. Hey, Jimmy. Hey. So, hey, we're going to get started. Again, welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. I am going to get started because, as you all know, all the videos, there are now 43 videos previously recorded on the YouTube channel. There are 43 videos from start to now. You can go and you can catch up, you can watch, you can comment. Please, 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 when you go to YouTube, please subscribe. Real Life Relationship Growth. That is the page. Please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. So anytime I go live, anytime we come on with a great convo, you won't miss it. It'll give you your reminder. All right? All right. So, just a little backdrop real quick. this page, how it got started. It's been going about a year now. There are about 1.7K members on the Facebook group, in the Facebook group, in the Facebook group. At any given time, there are at least 100 to 200 active people going. People come and go. You know, there's a data log that you can look at for your page, and I go to it every once in a while just to see how we're expanding out, we're expounding out. And each video that I usually post after each video, on average, is getting about 200 to 250 views, which is good. But I would love, love, love for all of us to come over to YouTube so I can get rid of all these gadgets and all these devices and be in one place, one home, one spot. So please, once again, subscribe. All right, let me get started. I always like to start out this way. Y'all, I am not a relationship expert. I do not claim to be, do not proclaim to be, none of that. I'm a Black woman in this world, living this life, doing a damn thing, and enjoying the hell out of it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying what has been given to me, what has been entrusted with me. Um, I'm trying to make the best out of all of it, because we don't know when our last day on this earth will be. So if I can be an example, if I can help someone, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm supposed to do. But guess what? I don't just look to help others. I pull from y'all. I do. I pull from y'all. I appreciate y'all prayers. I appreciate um, the messages that come to me. Listen, when I log off on Fridays, people inbox me. I have heard from so many people that I have never met in my life that send me messages of encouragement and saying how much they've been encouraged. And I appreciate that. So that lets me know this is a good thing. This is a good thing. So here on Real Life Relationship Growth, this segment, every Friday, camper conversations. I bought a fifth wheel camper. I bought a fifth wheel camper. And one day I woke up and I was like, yo, it would be dope to do a segment every Friday with all my friends, all my people in the camper. I'm a bit fuzzy. I'm not sure why it's fuzzy, babe. I'm not sure. Maybe I got to do some things with YouTube. But hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? So while I'm waiting, so I decided to go into the camper, and hey Shannon, go into the camper. Hey Maria, and talk about different topics that relate to us as adults. Everything pertaining to relationships, we dive into. Oh, great, it's good now. We dive into whether you are single, whether you are dating, whether you are courting, whether you are married, whether you are divorced. This is the spot for you. This is the place for you, because we talk about so many different topics. And when I say real, y'all, we get real. Tonight is going to be one of those real ones. But we get real. There is no shame here. There is no shame here. We have all been through something. If we are, or if you're an adult, and if you've dealt with anybody at any point in any level in a relational situation, you're an expert. Your experience speaks for something. Your experience speaks for something. So there may be something that I've gone through that I can be helpful. Hey, Mike, it may be something that I've gone through that I can bring to you and be helpful to you. And it may be something that you've gone through. And let me put this plug, please, please, please. If we have any relationship experts that dev in here with us, please, please, if you don't mind, make yourself known. People are inboxing me, asking me, do I have any recommendations for counselors, and I would love to be able to share your information. So if you are, please, 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 please feel free to inbox me, give me your info so we can help one another. Period. So we can help one another. Y'all know I'm pretty transparent. Why? Because I'm you, me. Like, we have been through some things, and good things and bad things, and we learn from our experiences. Hopefully we learn from our experiences. So let's get it. Let's go. Our topic tonight, our last few weeks, we've been dealing with topics on, all our topics are serious matter. Let's just say that. They are all on a serious matter, because what may not be important to you may be important to someone else. So we're not going to dumb it down at all. So this topic may be something you need some advice in, some help in, a little push towards, or you may have some good stuff to add. So please do. So understand, y'all, I'm trying to read it. I'm going to try to keep up. Excuse me. I'm going to try to keep up to make sure I keep up. I try to, see all comments. If I don't see your comment, if I don't respond, please, please, please don't take it personal. I may not see it, but I'm going to try my best to hit everybody. All right. The topic tonight. Y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. Y'all ready? Because we grown. Just understand there are all adults on this page. If you are not over the age of 21, get off. Because your mama don't know you here. All right, here we go. The topic of our camper conversation tonight is erogenous zones. Hey, Ash. Erogenous zones. The topic tonight is erogenous zones. Erogenous zones. So listen, let me go to the original post I made. And y'all forgive me because sometimes I don't post until the day of, because listen, gotta do this. Big up to my brothers. When I say the men are deep in here, when I say the men, hey, Miss Combs, when I say the brothers are deep in here, when I say the brothers inbox me, they text me, they're like, yo, share this to the page. Ladies, they got y'all beat right now. The fellas have y'all beat right now. I have gotten at least 3 topics within the week or two from the brothers. I got one from a lady, my sister. Yes, but I got at least 3 topics from the brothers. Like, hey, let's do this topic, let's do that topic. I'm trying to keep up, y'all. I promise we will hit all of them. We will hit all of them. But tonight, I kind of changed it up. Because we have been doing topics where, they've been a little deeper. We did a little bit deeper, been a little deeper, excuse me. So tonight I was like, we need to do something a little bit lighter. And again, if this is something that you're dealing with, please, we're not making light of it. When I say lighter, it just means that we probably have a little bit more laughs in this one than we did before. We did 2 weeks last week and the week before, and the topic was he emotions. Yo. I want to say, I think hands down the best camper conversation yet. Possibly. He emotions was really good. If you missed it, go to the YouTube channel, Real Life Relationship Growth, and watch it. All right. So, topic, definition of erogenous zone. Erogenous zone, a sensitive area on the body that causes sexual arousal when it is touched. Erogenous zone, a sensitive area on the body that causes sexual arousal when it is touched. And I ask, do you know your own erogenous zones? Do you really know your partners? Did you even know that was a zone? Did you even know that was a zone? So what I did, I found a picture. Always go and look. And I found a picture. And this picture points out different erogenous zones. So if y'all go to the page, if y'all go to y'all gotta help me out, because I haven't figured out how to put pictures on YouTube yet. So every week y'all seeing me in the orange, but I gotta figure out how to put pictures based on our topics. I'm gonna hit my cousin up because that's my techie king. He'll help me with that. All right, but if you know how to help me with that, yo, hit me up too, please. So I put this picture up. I found this picture, and it shows different erogenous zones on the male and the female body. Now, please understand, when you see this picture, when you go to the page and you see it, you may see a zone that is your spot that's not on here. This does not mean that this picture is the all-out end of what is sexually arousing to you. What area is sexually arousing to you? Everybody's bodies are made up different. Everybody's bodies are made up the same. But there are different areas. Like we all have a heart. Women, we all have breasts. We all have vaginas. Men have penises. Yes, the same, right? But what I'm talking about is those different spots in those different places that do it for you, that get you feeling real nice, that get you aroused, that get you sexually ready, that makes you horny. Those areas, those areas. Hey, Kevin, and those areas may be different for you than they are for someone else. So some of the areas that seem, of course, universal, um, is crazy because all of these areas are showing the same for male and female, except the obvious genitalia that's different. So we got the mouth and the lips. We have the ears. We have the back and the nape of the neck. The breast and the nipples. For men, it's just saying nipples. For the woman, we have the clitoris and the vagina. For the man, the penis. The inner thigh. Excuse me. The man is saying the pubic hairline in the inner thigh. The ears. What else? The penis and the scrotum. The perineum. So, do y'all know where the perineum is? Yo, the perineum. Ladies, if you don't know where and what the perineum is, it's cool. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Kevin. If you don't know, Ross, what's up, babe? If you don't know where the perineum is on the brother, on the male, please go look it up. Please go look it up. So I'm telling y'all, we grown. This is real. There are relationships that fail because of lack of sexual intimacy. There are relationships that fail because of lack of sexual intimacy. There are relationships, people in relationships that are frustrated to the nth degree because their partner can't seem to get it right. He doesn't really know where to go. She is not kind of touching that right or getting that right. So there are relationships. When we talk about growth, we're talking about growth. This is real life relationship growth. And if what you're doing is not growing your relationship, something is wrong. Because we're in a relationship, we're here for the other person, right? Right? We're here for the other person. Yo, I got a topic. I posted today and it's been bumping. It's been bumping. That's another topic we're going to hit on. And it's just talking about pleasing the other person, all right, in another form. But this one, we're talking about sexually. We're talking about what you can do for your man to please him and have him coming back and wanting more all the time. And your lady, what you have, what she needs that pleases her. So let's say this from the jump. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how good you think you are. I don't care how good he or she told you you were. The person that you are with now, your significant other, that person that you are intimate with, that person that you love, you say you love and you want to be with, and da 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 da. If that is your thing, if that is where you are, hey Sharonda, um, that person that okay, Kevin, I'm gonna get you. Thank you, Kevin. Already hit with the. When I tell you the brothers, yo, Kevin already got started. Let me go back here. That person, that is the person that you need to contend with and understand and know what they want, what they need, what is good for them. Let me turn this down. What is good for them? You have to understand that just because the last person you were with for years or whatever, that made her holler and scream, just because that made her holler and scream doesn't mean it's going to make the next one holler and scream. It's going to make the person that you're with now. Yo, I am 50. I have been married more than once. So when I say that there have been different experiences, and we ain't here for no shame. We all grown. What you do with your personal life is between you and who you think is between. I'm not here to tell you who to be with, who not to be with. That is not my place. What I am here to say is to be safe with whatever you're doing. Please. Life and death are in the hands. All right. So, but what that person does, what you did to that person, and what that person, how they responded, may not be right for the person you with. So please don't think you the all-out guru, touch and feel, got that down, licking, touching master. All right? All right. We talking about our erogenous zones. So Kevin said, I think some folks are too basic and others are over the top because of watching porn. Ha. Good point. Good point. Shavondalyn, Sabrina, Miss Combs said, so Kevin, what's the in between? She said facts. What's the in between? Some people are too basic and some people are too over the top. Okay, well, here we go. For you, it might be too basic. For you, it might be over the top. But for them, it may be just like them three little piggies. You know, this one too hard, this one too soft, this one just right. Because what we're not going to do is tell people what they should enjoy and what they should not. But what we want to do is help everybody to get an understanding and not be embarrassed and intimidated by the fact that your body has so many different erogenous zones. And if you're not enjoying every single one of them, you selling yourself short. You selling yourself short. Now, let's be real. Trust is so important in a relationship, period. If you can't trust the person that you're with, it's going to be hard to open up to them about what feels good and what doesn't, and what you want and what you don't want, what you like and what you do like. So we have to tackle those issues and problems that cause us to not trust one another. And I pray you can get beyond the whatever caused the trust breakdown, the breakdown of the trust, because it goes into every area of your relationship. Fellas, does she not want to have sex? Does she not want to be touched? Does she have a headache? Does she not feel like it? Um, does she not feel appealing? Do you not look good enough for her? Do you not, is the desire for you not there? Ladies, is he not looking at you the way he used to? Is he not responding when you get out the shower and walk past him like he used to? Is he not tapping that behind when you walk by? This starts way before, that's the physical, but it starts way before the physical. The breakdown of those things start here and here. It starts way before the physical. All right, so let me make sure. Boom, boom. So Kevin said, I think you have to find something that relieves the boredom of basic sex, yet doesn't leave their partner feeling undignified. Ross said, two mates together need to talk and communicate very well to keep the relationship new. Yes, sir. My brother. Kevin said also, you got to communicate what you like or didn't or don't, and be honest and tell them whether something feels good or doesn't. From there, improve what you're doing. What you're doing. Yes. So Claudia said on YouTube, before we find any zones, we must communicate openly and honestly. Yo, when I say y'all piggybacking, men and women, love it. Foreplay is important. Bridget said foreplay is important. So important. So y'all listen. Do y'all hear us saying the same thing? The males and the females, that communication, well, both of you like and don't like, that communication, because if the communication is there, if the understanding of one another is there, can y'all understand? We know the physical, the physical, hands down, is going to be great. When you are emotionally and mentally invested in your partner, the physical part will take care of itself. Why? Because, yep, epic. Because you're going to be tapped into each other beyond the physical. And when you tap into each other beyond the physical just, it comes back around. It comes back around. Do you know your own erogenous zones? Do you know what you like? Do you know what moves you? Ha. Kevin, Kevin, yo ladies, Kevin be hating on the rose. Kevin said, yes, foreplay without the damn rose. Kevin be hating on, y'all know what the rose is, right? The rose. I can't, we ain't gonna get to the rose. I ain't gonna mess with you. I ain't gonna mess with you. Um, Sabrina said, tap into that soul, baby. Yes. Yeah. Kevin, you was about to get it from Sabrina. She said, never. Never. So listen. Those erogenous zones. Kevin, sometimes those extra little devices, those toys and those little things, they kind of help. They kind of help. It definitely opens up. It definitely opens up. Clutter said you have to make sure egos are far away. Yep, you have to. You have to. You got to make sure everybody check your ego at the door. Check your ego at the door like you checking your coat. Ross said, me personally doing sex, if my mate not singing soprano or the twat not looking like Elmer's glue, I gotta check myself. Ross, real, real. That, brother, when I say that was a real thought, that was a real comment, you better erogenous zones, y'all. Erogenous zones. That connection, that mental, that emotional, that physical. Yes, mental, emotional, physical. Yes, mental, emotional, physical. Yes. Yo, you can't lose. That triple threat, you can't lose. All right, let me go here. I mean, personally, okay, Shavonda said the rose is your friend, homie. Kevin, she said the rose is your friend. Clutter said, you have to make sure that you go. Okay, Clutter said, it should be no shame in your game when it comes to your partner and what y'all enjoy from each other. Y'all better get a safe word, honey. It works for me. Get a safe word. Pineapples. Get a safe word. Get a safe word. So y'all, let's talk about these erogenous zones. Because a part of what I said, Kevin, okay, Kevin said, this because Kevin on the rose. Kevin said, nah, that rose is a cheat code for women. LOL. On a serious note, appearance is everything. Meaning, make that kitty look pretty. Kevin said, make that kitty look pretty. Make it look pretty. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Some are shaven. Some like the fur. Some like the you. Hey, that's between you and yours. Whatever y'all enjoy. However that thing gonna look. However that thing gonna feel. It ain't however that thing gonna smell. It look, feel, smell. I would just kind of, yo, stay groomed and fresh for your partner. I know some things are spontaneous. When you being spontaneous, when anybody tell me, hold up, let's go wash up. You can't do that. Sometimes hitting it at the door when you come in. Sometimes. But you know your partner. You know your partner. If y'all coming in and a little sweaty or whatever, don't embarrass him or her. Don't do that. Cause y'all know y'all been working. But you know your partner. These are the areas that, fellas, if your lady has a little odor, if there's something going on, don't shame her, don't embarrass her, because there's some things that happen in a woman's body that cause those things. Doesn't mean she's screwing everybody. Does not mean that. It can, but it does not necessarily mean that. Same with men. You can't really get these things as clear and that you notice with women. But brothers, get that thing checked. Keep that thing in check. Keep it clean. It should be no shame, Paul. Yet, say what? Ashley said, "Stay groomed, both male and females. Stay groomed. However that grooming looks. Some people like it thick. Some people like it thin. Some people like it not at all." Kevin said, "Fuzz is okay. Just no buckwheat hairdo down there. Her pH may be off." Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Her pH may just be off. If that young lady, if that woman is having an odor, her pH may just be off. Y'all understand it? The erogenous zones. If you understand these areas and you have these conversations, you know that if something is kind of off, baby, you yeah, you need some antibiotics. You something going on? What can we do? Hey, Shigo, something going on. Let's see. Sabrina said it guarantees that we get ours. It guarantees that we get ours because y'all definitely gonna get y'all's. It helps unleash that inner Anastasia in her also. All right, y'all. Before I read too much, before we go too far, erogenous zones. Let's talk about erogenous zones. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because people shouldn't be embarrassed about what turns them on. People should not be embarrassed about what things they enjoy and what they like when they're with the person that they love. No, we all gonna get on the rose because that may be a love language. Zip. Let's talk about those zones. So the chart that I showed, the picture that I found, it talked about kind of the obvious stuff, y'all. It talked about the obvious, the ears, the nape of the neck, um, um, the inner thighs, obviously the genitalia, the lips, the mouth, stuff like that. It talked about those things. But we do understand there are other areas that turn people on. There are other areas. So this is the fun part of it, y'all, with your partner. This is the fun part of it. Exploring one another's bodies to find out what works and what does not work. There's so many, there's so much material out there. Yo, I have this book, y'all. I was telling a friend of mine about this yesterday. Hey, Ursula. I have this book, y'all, and it is called Tickle His Pickle. That book is called Tickle His Pickle. I bought that book years ago. Why? Because I said, I want to please my husband so much. I want to do things to him that he has never experienced or he has never experienced in the right way, in the way that he likes, in the way that he enjoys. So I saw this book and I bought it. Read that sucker cover to cover. Read that sucker cover to cover. Erogenous zones. That is when I learned about the penile for the brother. That's when I learned about that, y'all. That. Sometimes you just want that animal to come out. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. So, erogenous zones. If we don't understand what we like, how we like to be touched, like what these different areas for us mean, how do we expect to understand someone else's? Someone else's. How do we expect to understand? How we understand it? We explore. We enjoy one another. You should be able to laugh and be like, "Oh, girl, ow." And be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me not do that again." But it's Tickle His Pickle, Ursula. It's called Tickle His Pickle. Girl. Wait a minute. Kevin said something. Kevin said, "So, ladies, what turns you on? Most brothers go down, but some of y'all are not satisfied. So, is it the speed, force, or combination of both? Y'all want us brothers to improve on?" Thank you, Kevin. That was a really, really good question. Let's understand, some people love oral, some people do not. That is their preference. But the question was asked, ladies, what do y'all prefer? What do y'all like? And with 5 ladies, you're going to get 5 different answers, Kevin. You're going to get 5 different answers. And that is okay because you are only concerned with that one. I know you, Kevin. You're only concerned with that one. You are going to, I don't know you, Kevin, but we converse quite a bit on here, Kevin. So I'm getting a feel of who you are and kind of what you want. So, but that one person, like, yo, have a game night, right? Have a game night. And in that game night, this game night, education is key. So put us on. Yes, sir. Sure will. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Have a game night. Call it, make up something. Whatever you want to call it with your mate. Have a game night. We coming back to you, Kevin. We getting answers for your question. But have a game night. And in that game night, take turns. Or just make it about he night. This is he night. And on he night, he don't have to do nothing, ladies. He doesn't have to do anything. It's all about, that girl said, suck that pearl. Ha! It's all about him that night. And let him know, don't touch me. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to move. I'm going to make you move, but I don't want you to move. I don't want you to do anything. And explore from top to bottom. Have a she night. You get none. It's all about her. Explore from top to bottom. Kevin, so we're going to answer your question because someone answering your question because you asked, Kevin. So Kevin said, so ladies, what turns you on? Most brothers go down, but some of y'all are not satisfied. So is it the speed, force, or combination of both? Y'all want us brothers to improve on. Individual answers, individual ladies. Sabrina said, the pearl. The pearl is the clitoris. If I'm wrong, Sabrina, if that's not what you're saying, then correct me. But as far as my understanding goes, the pearl is the clitoris. Hey, David, that is what the pearl is. All right, let me go over here. Bridget, Kevin said, sometimes women want it slow, sometimes fast. It depends on her mood. It depends on her mood. Thank you, Sabrina. The pearl, her clitoris. Sabrina said, suck on the pearl. Claudia said, how deep can we go? How deep can we go? YouTube, Facebook, IG. Trying to get out of YouTube, yeah. But I'm enjoying it. This is lovely. This is lovely. So Kevin asked the question. And Kevin, you have to spend time with that thing. But y'all, remember erogenous zones. We're talking about erogenous zones. It doesn't necessarily have to be the vagina. It doesn't necessarily have to be the clitoris. Hey, Willie. It does not necessarily have to be that area that gets her there and takes her to the moon. How will you know? Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer. Not Dora. Okay, we got to get a dude's name. Dora the Explorer and Derek the Explorer. How about that? Oh, wait. Okay. Hush, Claudette and Ashley. But Dora and Derek. All right. Hey, Neelam. So when you're exploring and you're trying to find out Kevin and the brothers, because we're gonna take this as a possible brother question. When you're exploring, please understand there is so much more to a woman's body and her feel and her desire and those zones that don't take you straight to the vagina. It don't take you straight to the vagina. Like Bridget said, foreplay. Foreplay. Learn those zones. Learn those zones. Y'all, I knew somebody one time, a friend of mine, and we were Dora and Diego. Oh Lord, we can't bring the toddlers into it. We gotta switch up, period. But y'all, it was crazy to me, but for her, the tip of her nose, the tip of her nose turned her on. Like if he rubbed it, if he played with it, if he if the tip of her nose. She even wanted the brother to rub his penis, the head of his penis, on the tip of her nose. And that drove her crazy. So the chart, throw throw it all away if you need to. Because there's no specifics. There's no specifics. And that worked for her. That turned her on and that got her going. And she loved that. Ladies, I got a question. I got a question, ladies. Y'all ready? All right, who ready to be honest and who ready to be real? If you choose to. Have you ever had an orgasm by the stimulation of your breast and your nipples? Ladies, have you ever had an orgasm by just the stimulation of your breast and your nipples? Let me see if anybody want to answer. Do 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 do. No takers on the answer on that. Okay, well maybe that's a no. Maybe that's a no. Could be a no. Could be a yes and just don't want to tell. But brothers, let me say this. Don't get so. Bridget said no. Thank you, Bridget. Kevin said repeat the question. The question, Kevin, was to the ladies. I asked the ladies, has anyone ever gone into orgasm by their breast and nipples being stimulated? That was the question. Has anyone ever gone into orgasm by their breasts and nipples being stimulated? Um, Bridget said no. Thank you, Bridget. Um, so I was saying, fellas, please don't get stuck in feeling like going straight to the vagina is what you need to do. Learn those zones that get her so ready, so wet, so like, boy, come here. That going straight there, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she is like gone already. She is like gone already. There's so much that can be done that takes less time to get to the point than getting frustrated because you either going too fast or you're going too slow or you're not going left or you're not going right. Everyone is shaped up and feeling and needed differently. Everyone is, Claudia said yes with about 5,000 S's. Everyone. You have to find that. Ladies, 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 ladies. The fellas are built different than we are. Men are visual. Men are visual. Some of us ladies are visual, me being one. If the brother is, woo, I'm gone. But men tend to be more visual than we are, right? Men tend to be more visual. You have to talk about it afterward. Talk about what, Ash? Not sure what you're saying. Talk about what? But, ladies, we have to understand this thing is not just about us. This thing is about them as well. And sometimes they want us to take a little pause. They want us to take a little time to get to the point. And sometimes they're like, girl, what you waiting for? Just mount up. You have to know. Sometimes you have to realize that's just not your thing and find something else that will please her just as much. Exactly. And that's what we're talking about. Erogenous zones. Do you know your partner's erogenous zone? Do you know what works for him or what works for her? Does he like for his scrotum? Does he like for you to play with his balls? Does he like for you to leave them alone? Is that a no touch area? Is that a no touch area? Does he like for them to be touched or does he not? Again, I was saying earlier, some people don't like oral sex. Some people don't like it. Ashley said, in order to find out what each other likes, you have to talk about it. Sometimes someone may think that they are doing it right, but to their partner, it is not right. It is not right. Let's hit on that for a minute, y'all, because these are the areas and the times where people egos need to be checked at the door. And these are the areas and times where there needs to be an understanding that I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to belittle you. I just want you to know, excuse me, what I need and what I enjoy. Just like I want to know what you need and what you enjoy. So Kevin said, "Oh, I'm an explorer. I think foreplay and sex shouldn't be a practice of redundancy. Find new places and zones and maximize the discovery." Yes, sir. That is right. That is right. Like the mindset shouldn't always be, oh, we got to start with foreplay. We're going to go from foreplay to the actual act, then we're done. Or we're just going to have the actual act and then we're done. Or, oh, he came, we're done. She had an orgasm, we're done. Now, some people might be done. Depends on your drive and your motivation and who you are. Ross said, Donna, what's your suggestion to keep mates from cheating on one another? Talk, communicate daily, daily, daily. Talk the mind, the emotion, and the physical. The mind, the emotional, and the emotion and the physical. But to stop, to not cheat, first of all, Ross, my friend, you can't keep nobody from cheating. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. You can be the best thing since sliced bread. You can be the best. You can do him just right. You can suck him. You can ride him. You can, the best he has ever had. That does not mean he won't cheat. And vice versa. Does not mean. But what I suggest, based on you asking the question, what I suggest is we communicate. Communicate. And more importantly, hey bruh, more importantly, in communication is how you respond to what was communicated to you. When we talked about emotions, we talked about brothers shutting down because when they tell you, when they share, when they open up, well, you did, and you did that, and you did, and I don't, and brother shuts on down, and that's it. That's all you get. Communication, Ross. If you communicate all the time, baby, you know what? You did this little thing last night, or this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you do it. You did this little thing, and it really didn't feel good. It didn't, I was it really didn't feel good. I love that you tried. I really appreciate, I understand, I know what you were trying to do, and I love you for trying and doing that, but I didn't really like that. Communication. You missed us starting at 7:00, big brother. You're going to have to go back and watch the video. We're talking about erogenous zones. YouTube. Sometimes you have to realize that's just not your thing. Okay. Ashley said, in order to find out what each other likes, you have to talk about it. Sometimes someone may think that they are doing it right, but they're not. Claudia said, it could be the foot or the booty. Sure can. It sure can. Bridget said, a couple has to work on communication all the time. All the time. Y'all, we see it. We hearing what keeps coming back, right? Communication. Without it, no relationship will work. Without communication, no relationship will work. And I'm going to add to that, without being receptive to what is communicated with you, the relationship will not work. I don't care how good it is sexually. I don't care how good it is sexually. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how good it is. Erogenous zones. Do you know your mate's erogenous zone? Do you know what turns him on? Do you know what drives her crazy? Do you take the time to talk about it, to communicate, to explore? And if you don't like what he or she is doing, do you tell them? Communicate. We have to. We have to. We have to tell each other what's not good. Because everything is not good. You are not the best he ever had. And that is okay. You are not the best she ever had. And that is okay. But maybe you are. And maybe you can become the best. It's a sensitive subject. It is a sensitive subject. But when we get to the point that, let me tell y'all when subjects aren't sensitive. Subjects aren't sensitive based on how we communicate them. Oh, that word. That word. Based on how we communicate them. Let me tell y'all what I mean. Let me tell y'all this boy talking about. He is the best. Ah! Actually, that's your daddy saying that. My brother. Let me tell you how it's not sensitive. What I mean when I say it's not sensitive. Everything's not sensitive. And how you communicate it. What I mean by that is how you say it, just how I explained it. That brother been down there for 5 days, ladies. He licking, he fingering, he rubbing, he everything he possibly think that's gonna get you off. And you laying up there and you like, and that brother going to work. If you let him stay down there for 5 days and 3 weeks, that is your fault. It is your fault that he don't get it right. Because if you can't tap that brother on the head or rub his head and give him and say, babe, 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 can we try this? Or can we? Or I know it's hard to do it in the heat of the moment. Been there, done that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have never gotten frustrated and then open my mouth and say a word. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna say I've never done that. But that's because there was a breakdown and I didn't feel like I could. And when I did, in one end out the other. So what do you do when you get to that point? We got to hit that. So Bridget said, I feel like if you really care for someone, you will be willing to find out what turns your partner on. Closed mouths don't get fed. Girl, Bridget, high five, girl. But pow. Closed mouths don't get fed. You right. You right. But what happens when you open your mouth and you say something? And that person's ego is so big and their feelings are so hurt that they are not receptive to what you're saying. What then, y'all? Let's let's talk about that. What do you do when that happens? Llewellyn said, because I love talking about sex beforehand. Therefore, we know our likes and dislikes, also what we might want to try. There go that C word. Llewellyn said, that's right, Bridget. Bridget, I don't know if you can see Llewellyn on Facebook. He said, that's right, Bridget. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's right. And Llewellyn is right. You have to communicate it. You have to communicate it. Brother down there for 5 days. When he talked, sound like he came out of the dentist. He talked. Ross said that brother been down there when I said 5 days. When the brother started talking, he feel like he been at the dentist, mouth all numb, tongue can't do nothing. He just, yo. And brothers, y'all ain't gonna tell me. Y'all is not gonna tell me. Y'all is not, Lord, have mercy, excuse me. Y'all are not gonna tell me that y'all don't get frustrated. There's no way y'all don't get frustrated when y'all down there so long and it seems to be doing nothing. And there's no reaction and there's no. So this is where we come in, and they go that C word. We have to communicate. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I have shifted, I have squirmed, I have tried to reposition. I have, come on, somebody. I have tapped the head. He ain't getting it. He is not getting it. So that's when we have to. We have to say, hey, babe, I love you. I appreciate that we're on day 6. Appreciate you packed your lunch and you came to play. Baby, you came to play. Thank you. Thank you. But it's not working. It's not. It's I don't like how that feels. I don't like how that feels. Kevin said, very frustrated. I asked how they feel when they stay down there forever. Kevin said, very frustrated. Don't wait for my jaw to lock before you tell me it ain't feeling good. Brother said, don't wait. Don't wait. Communicate. Don't wait. Communicate. Brother got lockjaw. He can't do nothing. And then when you finally get to the point, ladies, you want him to get up and now it's on. And he's so numb and he try to, and then you want him to, come on, y'all. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Claudia says cheating has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the person that's cheating. That comes from Ross asking about the cheating part. You're right. Cheating has nothing to do with you. Meaning that person, if that person is not communicating with you before they get to the point of cheating, everybody has a fault. Depending, depending, depending. When someone cheats, everyone has a fault. Depending, right? If that fault is something you don't know, then the other person is being extremely unfair. Why go out and cheat on someone that may have the tools to get you what you need, but you don't say anything? You don't even tell them that it's a problem. So unfair. So unfair. Llewellyn said, you have to pay attention to your mate, learn her body. I need to know her body, head to toe, combined with her mind. Kevin said, communication is the ultimate key. Yep, it is ultimate. It is ultimate. Ladies, tickle his pickle. I wish I had the author, but I'm sure y'all could Google it. I bought it a long time ago. A long time ago. Called Tickle His Pickle. There are some areas on the male body that you may not even know are erogenous zones for him. Erogenous zones for him. Because sometimes it's just the undercarriage that gets him. Tickle his pickle. Sometimes. But if oral is not a thing for you, if that is a problem for you, communicate. Communicate. I heard somebody say one time, well, if my lady don't give me head, if she don't do that, we can't be together. Really, sir? Do you understand her name will be Bobble if you approach that the right way? Do you understand if you approach that the right way? Sadie Allison is the writer. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Kendrick, that's my girl. Thank you. The writer for Tickle My Pickle. Tickle His Pickle, I'm sorry. Sadie Allison. Yo, ladies, check the book out. Check the book out. So, again, oral may not be your thing. It may be your thing. If it's not your thing, find what your thing is. But more importantly, find what your significant others, your partner, find out what their thing is. And y'all enjoy that together. Never, ever, ever do anything that you feel is morally degrading. Communication. Kevin said, I ain't gonna front. That nipple thing gets me all the time. We ain't even near the brother penis. He said the nipple thing. He said the nipple thing. And truth be told, y'all, I think that's a lot with men. Y'all, at least in my experience. But it's an erogenous zone. So what? It would be considered for a woman. I have to mention this. And to each his own. Not telling anybody what to do. To each his own. Brothers, the pictures show where the perineum is. Let me say it correctly. If you don't know where it is, go look it up. But it's that area between the anus and under the scrotum, under the testicles. There's an area there. There's an area there. There's an area there. That's the perineum. Ladies, first of all, the brother got to be comfortable. He got to be comfortable. Because, of course, a lot of men and males were taught, and even some females, you don't touch the butt. You don't go that way. Stay away from the butt. Erogenous zones. The trust, the communication, the enjoyment of one another. The enjoyment of one another. Hush, Tremaine. Talking about, okay, doctor. Brother, they got nothing. Look, reading is fundamental. You better pick up a book. Reading Rainbow. You better pick up a book. But that area for a man, get you a car. I just play. But seriously, find out what areas and what things and feel comfortable. Feel comfortable. Again, she may not want to perform oral sex. She may not. That may be something. Kevin said real talk. She may not. But brothers, it is all in how you present it to her, how you make her feel safe, how you make her feel loved and secure and trust you. Do y'all understand? There is nothing a woman will not do for a man that covers her. That covers her. Sisters, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can tell me all day, I ain't doing that. I don't care who he is. Man, please. Feel safe, secure, feel protected, feel loved. You're gonna be looking, bro. You want me to come here, sir? So, brothers, it's something that reciprocate. We have to. It's a reciprocal thing. If we would understand, if we would just get that, we will get every and anything we want from that other person just by the way we treat them, the way we speak to them. Hey, talking to myself, ain't always been in this mindset. Because I will tell a brother in a minute, and still a little bit will. Work with me, Jesus. But I know I'm way further than where I was. And understanding the need, he has needs just as well as I have needs. And when we want to get to the place where we are hitting those erogenous zones, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. So find a playtime. Get with your play date. Make a play date and be like, baby, listen, y'all. I promise y'all. This is my advice to you, ladies. This is my advice to you. Y'all ready? Find a evening or a time where he is not tired and stressed out. Tired and stressed out may be a good time to do it. But anyway, find a play date. Make a play date. And let him know, say, hey, we're going to have a play date. And he'll be like, play date? What you mean play date? Just play date. When you get home, just know we're going to have a play date. Let that brother take a shower. Give him something, a little something to eat. Feed your man. I'm not a cook, but I know the brother need to eat, just like I do. Lay him out and tell him, ladies, y'all listening? I don't want you to do anything. Don't touch me. Don't move. And take him from the top to the bottom. From the top to the bottom. From the top. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Y'all can start from the bottom. Listen, that's y'all play date. Don't let him do anything. This is all for him. This is all for him. And in the process of that, you are tapping in and learning his erogenous zones. You are learning those things that you didn't even know made him squirm, made him move, made him want to get up and go build a house. You're finding those things because you're taking the time. They never listen when you say, don't touch me. They don't. But the thought is, you got to try it. Some of them will listen, some of them won't. Depends on, let's just lay it out. Don't touch me. Don't, this is for you. And if he try to touch you, take his hand and be like, real seductive, like, don't touch me. I got this. Just lay back. I got this. Play date. Y'all try it. Y'all try it. Give a play date. Give a play date. And the other way around, ladies. And the other way around. That can be difficult with some. Masculinity and submission don't always agree. I'm glad you said that. I was hoping somebody popped up and kind of contradicted a little bit of what I said with that play date. I was hoping. Still not saying don't do it, but it can be. So, ladies, if it is difficult for you to do that, wait, make sure I got it right. That can be difficult with some. Masculinity and submission don't always agree. Masculine and submission don't always agree. Yes, Sabrina, I'm going to come back on that one. Yes. Masculinity and submission don't always agree. She is right. YouTube is saying that. She is right. They don't always agree. But let me tell you what does agree. Focus. Everybody loves attention. Everybody wants to feel wanted, desired, and needed. Men want to feel needed. Men want to feel respected and needed. Do you have to separate the masculinity from the submissive? Men want to feel needed and desired, needed and wanted. That's what they want to feel. I'm sorry, jumping back over here. Miss Kendrick said that can be difficult with some. Masculinity and submission don't always agree. And then she also said it can cause the man to be uncomfortable. Llewellyn said you have to separate the masculinity from the submissive. I believe that's what he's saying because he came back. It looks like he corrected it. You have to separate the masculinity from the submissive. It looks like that's what he's saying. I want to get it right. I don't want to get anybody's comment wrong. So um, it can cause the man to feel uncomfortable. Here we go with this word again. It starts with a C. Communication. I'm not saying, ladies, because we know individually in men, you know your person, your partner, better than I don't even know them. Most I don't even know, but you know them. And this is when we talk about the communication part. So if this makes him feel uncomfortable for you to do that, if it makes him feel uncomfortable and it makes him feel like, okay, I'm the man, I'm supposed to be, then you have to do what works for him and you know what works for him. But what I'm saying is the point in doing this is helping him to feel needed, wanted, and desired. We all want to feel needed, wanted, and desired. You just have to figure out how to do that for your man. And you have to figure out how to do that for your lady. So I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. When they collide and they bump heads, the masculine and the feminine, when they just don't, and he doesn't feel comfortable with you doing that. He doesn't feel comfortable in that way. So do what you know works for him and how you know that works for him. But I don't think there's any man, I don't care how masculine and tough and rough he is, I don't think there's any man that doesn't want his partner, his significant other, his lady, to make him feel like a king, to make him feel like he is number one, that he is needed, he is wanted, he is desired, and he is trusted. I don't think there's any. Um, we do, but y'all don't. Sabrina, what you talking about? It's okay for y'all to be submissive sometimes too. That word submissive, we use it like it's a dirty word, and it's not. It is not. It is not a dirty word. Bridget said, but don't give up. Just because you, he man doesn't like it one day doesn't mean you should stop trying. Yeah, because maybe y'all have never tapped into this. Erogenous zones. This is all about tapping into, figuring out, learning those erogenous zones. I think words can be a part of erogenous zones. What I mean by that is whispering something in someone's ear, telling them how fine they are, telling them how much you appreciate them, telling them how you waited all day just to be near them, telling them how special they are to you, how important they are to you. We have to tap in to each other's, tap into his masculinity, just not being masculine with him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying know who he is and work around that so it meshes together. So it meshes together. Give him a he day. Get that. This is you. This is for you. And just see how it works out. If it doesn't work for him, again, you know your man. You know what will work and what won't work. But I really think to find a way, it's a part of finding that erogenous zone. And even if you want to say to him, um, I just want I just want to know what you like. I just want to know what you need. So can you allow me to discover that? Can you let me see what that is? And yo, this big yo, he may be you may break him down in a way that he has never been or felt before. Because we look at them so many times, ladies, and we feel like that's the man, and he's supposed to be doing this, and he's supposed to be hard, and he's supposed to be. Y'all go back and watch He Motions. Go back and watch He Motions. It's about submissive. The non-scripted communication takes it to another level. Kevin said the non-scripted communication takes it to another level. Most definitely. Most definitely. The non-scripted. I like that. I like that. The non-scripted communication takes it to another level. And that brother feels just as masculine and he feels just as manly or whatever he needs to feel just because of the way you talk to him and you touched him. That's another erogenous zone. Yep, I think it is. I feel like it is. Whispering that man's ear, whispering that woman's ear. Hearing, hearing sometimes. Erogenous zones, y'all. It is 8:15. We could go forever and a day. Brothers go 5 days plus 6. We could go forever today. I enjoyed this. I think it was a good idea, a good topic to kind of move away a little bit from some of the things that we have been talking about. Again, if you have not watched the previous lives, the previous videos, please go to the Real Life Relationship Growth channel and binge away. We have a long weekend. This could be something you do when you sitting around, you just watching TV or whatever. But go to the page, please. Subscribe, like the videos, hit the bell icon, and let's give back to one another. Let's give back to one another. I know I'm the one sitting on the couch. I'm not in the camper, y'all. I'm trying to get back to the campus. Get ready to get hot. I need a generator so I can plug it up and have the air on because I do want to move back to the comforts of the camper. I love that. Hence the name Camper Conversations. So I'm trying to get back to that. I'm still getting versed in my camper. I'm not going to lie. I'm still learning it. So I know I was told I need a generator, and then I could tap into the power source, maybe plug up to the building. I'm learning. I'm still learning, but we're going to get back in the camper. All right. Hey, Bridget. Thank you. Bridget said, I enjoyed this conversation also. Yeah, I love it. I have a good time with y'all. I really appreciate y'all. So I'm signing off. It is 8:17. We try to go an hour, and sometimes we just can't, but that's okay. But next week's topic will be posted. I have 3 that's on the table. Um, 3 have been sent by the brothers. 1 has been sent by literally my sister, my biological sister. Llewellyn, go sit down somewhere. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. Yo, my brother's a clown. Y'all think I'm funny? That brother, Bridget, my brother said, hey, Bridget, I enjoyed it too. He enjoyed the conversation as well. All right, y'all. Signing off. I'm hungry, going to eat. I love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Please, please, please be safe. If you are traveling, you going out on the road, be a defensive driver. Take care of one another. Love on each other. Love on somebody, y'all. All right? All right. Bridget said, hey, Lou. YouTube and Facebook connected like, oh, I get to be a matchmaker? Yeah. No, I'm playing. Okay. All right. Love y'all. As y'all can see, I hate ending these, but we'll be back next Friday. We'll be back next week with a new topic. It will be posted. I got to decide and figure out which one we're going to do from the 3 that have been sent to me. All right, y'all. I'm going to end IG first because they put me through all these changes. I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh, my cousin Steven was on. I'm going to come back to IG and finish that up. Matchmaker will be good for you. Sabrina, girl. Look, let me tell you, I already been doing it. Some of y'all don't know. I done matched y'all up already. I'm just waiting for the Lord to say, girl, introduce him to her or her to him. I'm going to throw one out there. Bridget. Girl. Bridget. I love y'all. Let me go. Y'all have a great weekend. Facebook is gone. YouTube. See y'all later. YouTube is